that right here. So I'm gonna be going on a very fun little trip this weekend. We're going to Branding out in Ibapah, a cattle ranch where my grandmother grew up. My dad spent lots of time there, and I even spent 2 summers living out on this cattle ranch. That's a very wonderful part of my life. So I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you Branding. But right now I'm just unpacking our Jeep. I'm gonna be loading up with my parents and go from there.
Sweet, let's do it.
Hey guys, we are down here at the Bondamont, where the Branding, all the cattle ranch gets happening, fun stuff. But right here is the outhouse. A lot of you may not know what an outhouse is, but basically there's no toilets out here. That's kind of the toilet, but just a huge hole in the ground.
Yep.
So stick around, this will be an awesome video.
Nothing for miles and miles. We passed a sign that said next gas 130 miles, so hopefully people gas up.
Oh yes, and one thing to tell you about the ranch is we're in Ibapah, and it's this huge valley, and I think there's 4 ranches out here. They've been owned by family members for a long time, and they always will, but it's a really, really interesting place to be.
Yeah, and they probably never see a cowgirl with a Star Wars shirt either. So I'm sure people are gonna be like, what is that?
When I lived out near in Ibapah, this was my sister, you could call her.
Yeah.
I never stayed as close to any sisters as I did with Jenny. She was a very wonderful cousin to be with. But she's taking some pictures. They're over here doing all the roping up the cattle.
Well, I was holding the cat, but then Grandma Bee came, but she has dogs every time she went anywhere. And so the dogs saw this cat laying there, you know, with me on top of it, ran right up to its nose and started to nip its nose, you know. That cat just threw me off. I was laying in the dirt. I'll come back and said, what the heck? And I said, ask Avalanche. Because it wasn't me, it was the dog.
Right here is where they heat up the branders. Get them all warm. When they're ready to brand one of the cattle, they grab it from there. These are all the relatives. Tell us something about living out here. What is a very memorable thing?
Every summer for about 6 years, I would come out and throw hay. We'd throw 600 bales a day, 6 days a week for 6 weeks.
Wow, that's a lot of hay. Okay, so when I lived out here for 2 years in Ibapah, this is where I lived with my cousins, and honestly, I loved living here. We got lots of horse time, lots of times in the field. We were helpful with things, but the funnest part about living out here was doing the sheep. We did 4-H, where we raised a little teeny tiny lamb, a little sheep, and then we showed them at the 4-H show, and one of the years I got the showmanship award because I had such a big smile on me. So that was always something that I valued. I've always found that very fun, is living out here and doing 4-H. So this has been a wonderful experience. I'll have to make sure to keep coming out here. It's a little different without our son here, but I really love the ranch. So remember, work hard, play hard, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.